Let me catch my breath. So, this next song, I wrote it was inspired by my mom. I was going through quite a bit in 2021, we were all it was a crazy time, right? After the pandemic and everything, but it gave me a lot of time with myself, just alone with my thoughts, and I had to face a lot of things that I was afraid of in myself during that time. And, long story short, I came out as queer in 2021. I had just ended an engagement that I was in to give myself time to figure out, okay, what is going on in me? And let me look at everything about me that I've always been afraid of, that maybe I don't have to be afraid of. And I can learn to love who I am. Yeah. And not keep running away from it. So I let my mom know before I came out on my Instagram, because I came out in public like to everybody on my Instagram, but before that, I called my mom. I was like, can I call you? And I said, Mom, just so you know, I'm gonna start dating guys. And she said, honey, I love you, but I love God more. And I can't accept this about you. And I testify to you, God's plan is for you to marry a woman and have a family, and that's his only plan of happiness for you. And I said, Mom, I get it. I believed all this up until a week ago, too. And I don't need you to accept what I'm doing. I get it, because we grew up very religious. And I understood her beliefs. I had the same ones all my life. And I said, I don't need you to accept what I'm doing. I just want you to respect that I'm making the best decision for me right now. And it may not make sense right now, but I want you to learn with me on this journey. And I still was going to church. I was doing my best, but it got too hard for me to, there's a lot of conflict in my head, and it was a lot of confusion, so I just stepped away. And my mom, sorry, this is a bit of a story, but it leads into the song. But I then, People magazine then announced that I left my church. I grew up Mormon, and it said, Dan Archuleta leaves the Mormon church, in this big magazine announcement that they had. And I didn't hear from my mom for a while after that happened. And I was like, oh no, I pissed my mom off. And then she sends me a message, and she says, I decided to step away from the church. And I was like, Mom, you don't have to do that. Like, I know how much it means to you. And it was hard for me to step away too. Like, you don't know, you have to reset and like, try and understand what your meaning and purpose is. And she said, I don't want to be somewhere where my children don't feel loved and welcomed. And if you're going to hell, like a lot of people have said, then we're going to hell with you. And she said, we're a family no matter what, through the good times and the hard times. And we don't believe that. She didn't. We don't believe that just because you're gay, you actually go to hell. But it was something she said in response to what a lot of other people were saying at the time. And I thought, that really touched me. And because my mom didn't have to do that. Like, I knew she would still be my mom and love me, but I was like, I'm gonna write a song about that. And so I did. And so I want to dedicate this to my mom and to anyone else who has been there for their family during hard times, even when it feels like hell. Thank you for being willing to stick by, even when it's hard. So anyway, here we go. This is Hell Together. Bow your head, don't be bold. You'll survive by doing what you're told. Said love is earned, and we can't choose. But the more you grow, you know the truth. And all I want is to make you proud. If I were good, would I let you down? You said if I had to live without you, I wanna live forever. Someone else's heaven, so let it close the gate. Oh, if they don't like the way you live, then they don't need you better. If paradise is pressure, oh, we'll go to hell together. So let it close the gate if they don't like the